Hey, Lakerland, Duncan here. Let's talk about the final quarter of the season. First and foremost, though, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment in the box below, and hit that bell for notifications. So, let's talk about the final quarter of the season. I think Luke Walton and Magic need to tell Lonzo that he's going to come off the bench with limited minutes for the rest of the season. I believe that Lonzo is a team player. I believe that they may try to figure out what they have with Isaiah, and they know that Lonzo can get his game going off the bench at any moment. Plus, playing limited minutes helps him medically get back into shape. So, with that said, let's talk about some of the things that I'm thinking. So if Isaiah Thomas becomes our starting point guard, now before everybody shrivels, just keep in mind that this guy is 1 year away from scoring 30 a night. He comes in, he can bring the Lakers 20, 25 points a night in 26 minutes, 26, 28 minutes. I mean, he's a 20-point guy. 20 points a game in 26 minutes. I'll take that. Now imagine your point guard's getting 20 points a night, but we all know he's got defensive issues. So we bring KCP, Caldwell Pope, we bring him in, and we make him starter at shooting guard. Mainly because he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Also, he brings you about 10 points a night, a little bit of a three-point shooting, but more importantly, he allows Isaiah to be the primary scorer. So, with Isaiah and KCP, you're looking at about 30 points a game with a solid defender to help cover up a little bit of Isaiah's defensive woes. Now, of course, Brandon Ingram comes in, and he's going to start at small forward. Brandon Ingram's a guy that's giving you 19 a game, but he can become more of a facilitator at the small forward position. He's a very good passer, as well as scorer. Having Isaiah on the court allows Brandon Ingram the option of dishing to a proven scorer like Isaiah, dishing to a shooter like KCP, or just going straight to the hoop. Plus, he's lanky, and his defense is improving. Now, with that being said, you're now looking at a 19 points a game, 10 points, that's 29. With Isaiah's 20, that's 49 points out of the starting three. Okay, 49 points coming out of the starting three. Now, starting power forward, I believe getting rid of Larry Nance Jr. allows us to put Randall back in that starting position. The reason being, again, is because you're trying to cover up a little bit of Isaiah's woes on the defensive side. Randall is a solid defender in the paint. He's aggressive. He's hard to score on. But he's an amazing defender. You're talking about a double-double machine. And he can do it with 25 minutes a game. So you're talking roughly 15 points, 10 rebounds a game out of the starting position. So put that in concept. Then add in Brook Lopez, another 20 points per game, another solid rim protector. Do the math. That's 20 from Isaiah, 20 from Lopez, 15 from Randall, which equals 55 points. Add in 19 from Ingram. That's 68 points. 10 more points by Pope, and you got close to 79 points a game coming from your starting position, starting roster. 79 points a game is not bad from a starter role. But then you got Lonzo coming off the bench, who's going to give you double-digit assists, who's going to give you rebounds, shot blocks, steals, and, at least 10 points off the bench. So you bring him in, there's 88 points a game. You got Hart, that I feel can be Clarkson, but better. You're talking about a 15-point-a-game guy who plays better defense than Jordan Clarkson ever will, and has great chemistry with Lonzo. So you add his 15 in, suddenly you're talking close to 95 points, or you're close to 100 points a game right there. Then you got Brewer, another solid defender. His scoring's a little down. He's probably only going to get you 8 points a game or so, but he's a solid defender. You then got Kuzma, who, can have a breakout game. He's a double-digit scorer. He's proven to be a dynamic shooter, a good rebounder, a solid defender. So he's going to get better. So you add in his double digits, 10, 15 points a game. You add in, Channing Frye getting 7 or 8 points. You add in Zubac 4 or 5. You add in a couple extra points here and there. And you're talking about a team that can score 120 plus points a game. You're talking about a team that can play defense. Starting wise, they can cover up for Isaiah, but they can have one of the best benches in basketball. They can have a bench that is quick, athletic, aggressive, knows how to finish. They can have a starting position, a starting unit that can score inside or out. I mean, if you want to talk about the final quarter of the season, to me, this is a fantastic way for the Lakers to see what they got. Okay, could you imagine Isaiah and Lonzo as the Lakers' future 1 and 2 point guards? Could you imagine Hart and maybe Paul George at shooting guard? Or maybe bringing Caldwell Pope back? Could you imagine Ingram bringing in maybe Trevor Ariza? Bringing Corey Brewer back on a small contract? Could you imagine definitely bringing Randall back, having Kuzma a year stronger, a year more experienced? A first-round pick. You got Thomas Bryant in the mix. You got Zubac still developing. You could decide what to do with Fry. You got the bird rights to Lopez, who's a top 15 center. I mean, to me, I don't think the Lakers should go chasing 3 superstars. I think the Lakers should go chasing Paul George and the guys we already have. And I think the Lakers could become a dynamic team for years to come. And then when you take in consideration Lou Deng's contract coming off in 19, now you have the potential of adding in another star to that mix, like a DeRozan or maybe even a Westbrook. I mean, now you're talking about an amazing team. To me, the Lakers, even if they only win 30 games this year, they're a developing team. They're young. But the Lakers have a ton of cap space. And if they finish the season correctly, you're talking about a team that has multiple 20-point-a-night guys. And it at least has to be considered as a top free agent target. That's my point. I'd love to hear yours. Comment in the box below. Hit that bell for notifications. Like the videos. Share the video. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Peace. Go Lakers. Duncan out.